A great recipe that my father used to make. When the cherries are in season, you pick them with the stem, cut the stem, a piece of it, put it in jar. If you remove the stem, they get mushy inside. Fill your jar up with sugar or Karo syrup here, and the highest vodka that you can get. About 6-8 weeks later, it's this way, and then it's a real treat to taste, a taste of summer to enjoy all year. It's a classic Burgundy finale to a meal. I'm Jacques Pepin. This is fast food my way. Happy cooking.
Production funding for this series has been brought to you by
Cuisinart, with the next generation of food processors. From bread dough to pizza to stir fries, we do the work to save you time. Cuisinart, the next generation.
and by Scharfenberger, makers of fine artisan dark chocolates, recipes available at scharfenberger.com. And by Spectrum Organics, a purveyor of fine culinary oils and condiments. Spectrum, the taste of goodness. And by OXO Good Grips, makers of kitchen tools that make everyday living easier.
Apple, beautiful apple. Apple is fall for me. And I go to a place where I have 25 different types of apple, and I do a lot of different dessert with it. And that's what we're going to do today. We're doing a nice little menu, starting with a small crock of shrimp with the shell in a hot vegetable broth, and then after a little medallion of pork from the tenderloin in a sauce made with pomegranate juice, and then spinach sautéed with macadamia nuts and raisins, and finally the apple with a butter pecan ice cream underneath, or another type of ice cream. And I will start with this. I have a couple of tablespoons of butter in there, and with this I'm going to cut. I have 2 apples here, and this is the third one, and I like to peel my apple with a knife, using the point of the knife and my thumb. You put in that hole here to prevent the knife from getting into your hand. If you don't have your thumb here, that tends to go there, so you have to be careful. Look, you can do it with a vegetable peeler as well, and it's perfectly fine, but I'm used to do it this way. And then after I started peeling the apple, notice that I move in small stroke here. I push the apple with my right hand. I am right-handed, and actually the left hand is pushing the apple into the knife quite a lot. You could also do that dessert actually without peeling the apple. Now we cut it in half, so it's been cleaned here and there. And the same technique here again. I go in the center to remove the seed. The seed is what we call the pépin in French, which is my name. So I am a seed or a pépin. And here we go. You can dry the apple skin. You know, my grandmother used to say that it's very good for your kidney. Make a tea with apple skin that you dry in the oven. So here we cut that into, you know, large chunk like that. I mean, good inches and so forth. And we start cooking that in the butter. And with this, we're going to put maple syrup. So the maple syrup is there, and I will use half a cup of maple syrup. This is a cup, 8 ounces, so that's about it. And with this, I'm going to cover it for a couple of minutes. And the reason is that covering it will develop a little bit of steam. The liquid comes out of the apple, the steam, and they get soft. And that's what I want. Then we remove the lid, cook it on high heat so that it reduces and start caramelizing. Okay. Next dish is the first dish of the menu. I have 2 cups of water in there that I'm going to put on high heat. I want to bring them to a boil. And what I do there is really a vegetable broth. And the vegetable broth, I'm going to put some onion in there. And about a third of a cup of onion. You know, something like this. Celery, about the same amount of celery, and notice that I use even the leaf of the celery. It's fine. Leek, so here is a leek. I have beautiful leek in my garden now, that thick, which I keep off of the winter. The only thing that you discard is really this. Now I start cleaning it around, and you see, I just don't cut all the green. I cut the green as I get into the leek. I go higher and higher just to stay to the light green color. Then you turn it upside down and you split it open. Now that opens your leek, and that's where you have your dirt and all that. You can see that, and you want to wash this out. That's how you do it. So here is my leek. There is nothing to replace leek. Same family than the onion, shallot, but the leek has a specific taste. Okay, so here I will use about, again, a third of a cup. That's it. That's all my vegetable. The water is already boiling. We put it in there. You could put fennel in there. You could put thyme, bay leaf. You could put oregano. I mean, anything that you would want to do. And I want a hot broth. So for the hot broth, I'm going to put a little bit of those red chili flake. And you want to be parsimonious with it if you want, or you want to be generous if you like it really hot. Then I need some salt. I'll cover it and boil it 1, 2, 3 minutes. Then we add the shrimp. Let's see what's going on here. You can see that the apples are relatively tender. Now, if I feel that they are tender enough, I want to reduce now all that juice. So I leave that on top of the stove and let it boil, so I don't need the lid anymore. So the shrimp for that, I have shrimp right here. I want the shell to stay with the shrimp and just suck them and pull them out of the table, at the table, because I feel that cook with the shrimp, with the shell rather, the shrimp will be much more flavorful. In any case, this is now boiling very nicely, very flavorful. I have to put a little bit of red wine vinegar here to give some acidity, like a good 1.5 tablespoons. Oh, what I need also is to put some parsley in it. I have some, this is the flat so-called flat leaf parsley. And what I would want to do is to take a handful of this and just put it in there. Also, just the leaf whole. That's fine. Now I'm going to put the shrimp in it. And what happened is that what you want to do here, you really want to push it in the stock. As you see, as soon as it touches the stock, it will start changing color and get red. Now, with the shrimp in it, all I want to do is to bring it to a strong boil. And when it boils, I shut it off and I leave it right there to cool off or get less hot into that liquid, because I want to serve that. You can serve that cold, but I like it kind of room temperature. All around it's boiling pretty nicely now. And I think, frankly, that this is enough actually. So I'm going to shut it off at that point here and move on to the next dish. And the next dish is actually those little fillet of pork that you can get on the market. And those are really inexpensive, very lean. I've read somewhere that the amount of fat that you have in those is about like chicken. There is a silver skin that I remove, plus this one underneath that I'm going to remove with my knife. It's kind of thick, and you remove it in that manner. This, because this is kind of tough. What we call the medallion, those little pieces like this, and 2 per person like that, frankly, is plenty. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last one is always you cook it flat like this because the tail is flatter. That's it. A little bit of salt on each side. Bit of pepper, freshly ground pepper. Always good to ground your pepper just before the time you're going to use it. And then we started. The thickness of this, which is a good inch I would say, is going to take 1.5 minutes on each side. Remember, you don't want to really overcook that. You don't want to undercook it either, but okay. And check on my shrimp. Yeah, they're doing well. Rinse my finger again. And now I'm ready to do the sauce for the shrimp while this is cooking. Yeah, this is perfect. You can see that the apple here, all of the outside of the apple, there is large bubble, almost like a caramel, you know, there. And that's what you want. The apple are still white, but you will see that on the outside, it will start picking up color. So I'll cook it 3-4 minutes now to caramelize it. And then we'll add some apple juice to it to finish it up, cook it a bit longer. So the sauce we're going to do for this are relatively simple. The same type of sauce you do for shrimp or oyster, you know, that is, I'm using ketchup here. Okay, a bit of ketchup, a bit of Tabasco, lemon juice. If you want a lot of juice out of your lemon, you rub it to crack the fiber, or then you drop it in boiling water for 10-15 seconds, or then you put it in the microwave oven for like 15 seconds or so, and it softens it. Okay, this and horseradish. In that case here, I use the regular bottled horseradish. I can stir it, and that sauce is fine. For the shrimp, it will be terrific. The second sauce, it's fun to make a couple of sauces, is going to be sour cream. Again, with a bit of lemon juice, a dash of salt, put on it. Well, maybe I put a dash of Tabasco as well. And some horseradish. I can also have that fresh horseradish. You know, it comes in the root, I peel it here. And you can use one of those grater, you know, to put it on top, what they call those plain grater, which work absolutely wonderfully. Oh boy, this is strong. We can mix this in there. We check this. You can see that it's browning now nicely. I want to let it brown a little more. The second sauce is ready. And now I want to turn the pork. You can see now that it's been cooking for a little while, and a minute and a half it's about ready. And start the other dish, which is my spinach here. So here we are. You can see it's nice and brown, beautifully. For the spinach, I'm going to start with those nuts. Of course, those are macadamia nuts, which I love. You could use the almond, of course, or walnut or other things, but we want to saute that a little bit. Okay. I let that brown a second. It shouldn't take long. And I have raisins with that I'm going to put in it. And baby spinach. I mean, you can have the baby spinach or other type of spinach, but those are really terrific, you know, so tender and all that. If you have the big one, make sure most of the time you have to remove the rib, you know, because the rib is going to be a bit too tough for that. So let's cook that another couple of minutes, and I'll check back my here is. You can see the caramelization around here, so it's quite darker now. So now we can put apple juice, like half a cup, a good half a cup of apple juice. And I will cook that a couple of minutes, not until it reduces completely. I still want a little bit of sauces to serve with my ice cream. Meanwhile, I think that I'm going to remove those little fillet here. Now you see what happened is that, especially if you do it a little more ahead than what I'm doing, you would want to remove it and keep it into a 140, 150 degree oven and keep it warm there, or there if you're going to serve it pretty fast. So in there, we're going to deglaze that with pomegranate juice. So it's sweet and it's sour at the same time. It's going to work out well. And chicken stock. I have a good chicken stock here. Yeah, basically no salt in it. Now I want to bring that to a boil and boil that for 2-3 minutes until it reduces. And then we'll continue by putting grapes in it. Those are seedless grape. And dry cherries. You could have dry cranberry, dry cherries, any of those. And finish up the sauce with a little bit of ketchup to thicken it at the end. And finally, a little bit of arugula on top. So let's see, this is browning, and I think it's about enough. So I'm going to put the spinach in there and saute the nuts so they are on top of the spinach so they don't burn underneath. Here it is. That's going to go down a great deal. So I put salt in it, pepper, and then some raisins. We're putting a lot of dry fruit in the food today. Here it is. The rest of the spinach. The spinach are going to render a fair amount of water, you know, after a while. But I mean, this is the type of dish still that you do at the last moment. And this, I want to cover them. Good. Okay, on this side now, I think that my apple, I could remove that apple now. As you can see, there is still some juice there, but it's perfectly fine because I will need some of that juice. So here it is. You know, you could serve that by itself. You don't even have to have an ice cream with it. That's great. And then let it cool off. Probably would cover it. When I cover something like that, I often like to cover it inside, you know, to really cool off inside so there is no air between the food itself and the thing. And that's going to go into the refrigerator. You see the reduction here is about right. And this is the time then to put the grapes in it, to put dry cherries or dry cranberry would be very fine with it too. Cook it a couple of minutes, and we add maybe a tablespoon or two again of ketchup, in that case to give me a bit of thickening agent. That's it. So this I want to boil a minute or two, and that's going to be finished. The juice which comes in this will of course go back into the sauce. And I think this is cooked enough. I'm going to shut it off. And I think we can serve this now. That is the shrimp in the little crock. So they've come to a boil, as I said, and they stay in there. This is a beautiful dish to serve, you know, a little bit in the style of clam bake and all of that, or think the shrimp that you're served in New Orleans. And but those are the shrimp. But what I like is the beautiful vegetable broth that we have in there. I'm putting 4 of those per person, which I think is about the recipe. I have the parsley. Let me see here. This one is kind of extra. This, maybe another one on top of this. And of course the broth. The broth is very spicy there and quite delicious. So, you know, tell your guests you absolutely have to drink that broth or dip bread and butter in it. Okay, here we are. And the sauces with this, I'm going to put this here. Are very straightforward sauces, starting with the red one. With this. And the white one with the horseradish again and the sour cream. I can hear the pork sizzling over there, meaning that it's ready. This I like to serve when it's kind of room temperature. I don't like it ice cold. I think it's much better at room temperature. Bread, butter with it, you have to have. And let's see here. Yeah, this is cooked enough, reduced enough, that is. I'm going to shut it up. And see, the grapes are cooked enough, but not enough to kind of burst open, and those of course are seedless grapes. And that's it. You're ready to plate it. Of course, in a case like this, you do all of your dish one after the other, but at home, you could really do that, as I say, a few minutes ahead and keep that into a warm oven. But you don't really want to overcook. Remember, there is no fat there. That fillet is really lean. Any extra sauce is going to go there. So the grape is quite a lot of garnish of grapes around. Plus, of course, the dry cherry. And this is a beautiful, rich color, you know. So I have arugula. You don't really have to put arugula if you want, but I thought that the kind of a bit garlicky and pungent taste of arugula, you know, goes well with it. So put a little bit, and you can serve a little bit on the side even for your guest. Voilà. Now, let's see where we are here. The spinach are cooked. As you can see, there is basically no liquid left because they do render a lot of liquid. Here is the spinach. The nuts are really crunchy on top. This is a great dish to serve with game. Like if you do a venison or thing like that, I think that'd be great with it. Nuts on top. And here we are, ready for the dining room. I have the spinach here. And the little pork tenderloin with the grapes and of course the dry cherries on top. My menu is basically finished except for the dessert. In that case here, you can put your ice cream underneath your fruit on top, or sometimes I put the fruit in the bottom and the ice cream on top. But okay, that should be more than enough. Let's say a little bit of that apple now. You can see it's caramelized, and the juice is not as liquid as it was to start with, you know. So we put that underneath, top. Try not to mess up the glass too much. And then I like maybe a little bit of, I have some beautiful pistachio here, so a few of them will look very good on top. You can put them whole. If you want to crush them, you can use one of those or the back of a skillet. Crush them a little bit, but it's not absolutely necessary. And that's how I would serve it. If you want to spurge even more so, you could replace the nuts with a little trifle of chocolate, you know. Chocolate goes so well with, and you can get those, you know, in the market now. Those are kind of ganache, which is a mixture of chocolate, sometimes with cream, close to a fudge, you know, and that's really good and very easy to use. Now with this, I think that I'm going to have a little bit of Amontillado, and this is a sherry fino from Spain. It's very dry too, and be perfect with that. Actually, you could even have it with the rest of the meal, but I probably would get a red wine with that. And it was a great pleasure cooking for you. I hope you're going to do it for your friend. Thank you for watching, and happy cooking.
Visit our website at kqed.org/morefastfoodmyway to learn more about Jacques Pepin. You can watch shows online, view extra clips of Jacques in the kitchen, print selected recipes from the series, and meet some of the people behind the scenes. Call 1-800-937-5387 or log on to channel9store.com to order the book with over 100 recipes and color photographs for $32 plus shipping, or to order the complete series of all 26 shows on DVD for $39.99 plus shipping. Production funding for this series has been brought to you by
Cuisinart, with the next generation of food processors. From bread dough to pizza to stir fries, we do the work to save you time. Cuisinart, the next generation.
And by Scharfenberger, makers of fine artisan dark chocolates, recipes available at scharfenberger.com. And by Spectrum Organics, a purveyor of fine culinary oils and condiments. Spectrum, the taste of goodness. And by OXO Good Grips, makers of kitchen tools that make everyday living easier.
A KQED television production.